I'd like to go back to this $4.9 million check issued. I'd like to ask you again, well, continue what my colleague said. What is the human and computer threshold to audit, to look at an audit? What's the number? Is it 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million?
So what we need to understand is that there are multiple business lines. So we have, for instance, individual income tax, corporate income tax, excise tax, and so on. And so the risks are assessed depending on the nature of the business line. And within each of the business lines, the controls are adjusted as such so that we minimize the risk for the taxpayer. Of course, we are not providing the thresholds because that would be giving fraudsters a recipe for trying to defraud the government, and that's why we're reluctant to share that information today.
Okay. And yet they defrauded you for $4.9 million then?
I can't comment on that file.
Thank you. In the article, a source with inside knowledge of the CRA was working said that returns were routinely processed electronically without human oversight, even in the cases where millions were paid out that would later raise red flags. So my question is to Mr. Hayes. You had looked into some of these government benefit evaluations during COVID. After hearing that no controls were in place, or after hearing now that we don't know what those controls are, at the CRA to automatically review corporate refunds under $5 million, should CRA practices be reviewed externally by your office?
Thank you very much. We do review CRA very regularly. I can think of audits over the last number of years that have related to, obviously, the COVID benefits, but we've also looked at tax appeals, collection efforts, and the like. I think the question really comes down to how effective are the controls, whether they need to be reviewed by the CRA. Those are questions for the CRA. What we would be able to bring out in an audit is whether or not they're working effectively. I think the question that's coming up today, and that might be frustrating some members, is about details. And I can understand why the CRA does not want to share specific details in an open session like this. However, accountability can be achieved in other ways, and there might be options for the committee to get there.